Hey Leo, welcome to your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. I hope all is genuinely well. This may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Leo in your sun, moon, or rising dominant in your natal chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for a Leo. You might find some information in this reading that may resonate. Please avoid making any rash decisions based on a general reading. Please always listen to this reading with an open mind, with discernment and discretion. If you like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelic.ascensionstarot.com. Just as a side note, we're always going to go over delicate topics, Leo. Take that as a trigger warning. Just something I noticed as I looked down. So I was shuffling for a moment. Leo, you had a lot going on. Let's dive right in. First of all, it looks like you're concerned about your living situation. Somebody in your situation could possibly be either going through homelessness, worried about homelessness. It seems like maybe you got some people watching you where you feel kind of, you feel watched, this feels like. I don't even know where to begin. Let's go ahead and just completely lay out the spread. But right off the bat, it seems like you're going through something. Yes, you are. Something has been a roller coaster ride for you. Maybe literally some of you could be going to an amusement park. I think something's going on with your emotions. I think this could possibly have something to do with a relationship or maybe just in general. I don't want to start off the reading like this, so this is why I was trying to maybe figure something else out and maybe get the rest of the spread laid out, because I'm like, Leo, what the heck is going on already? You are being watched, by the way. Somebody is seeing something that you're doing, coming across something that you're doing. Random side note, the names Jeremy and Jeremiah. J names could be relevant in some sort of way. What are you going through? It seems like you're making you're trying to finalize some things in your life. You're definitely making some decisions. Seems like you're in love with someone. You could be thinking about communicating with someone, reaching out to them. I'm trying to tell you, you're being watched. Do you see what I mean? It seems like some people got their eye on you. I see some other stuff too. It seems like somebody is giving you the evil eye. You get a Libra that shows up to your reading. You have earth signs that show up to your reading. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You're going to be having some issues with family members, your children possibly. It could be a parent-child relationship that could be going through some fragile times. But the highly featured, the most highlighted sign in your reading would be your own fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It feels like you're getting back to work. You're getting your focus. Something's been throwing you off a bit. Something's been, I promise you, I don't want to start the reading off this way, Leo, but I'm going to be real with you. Seems like maybe some of you have had some but maybe you had some delays in your life. Maybe your luck hasn't been the greatest. I mentioned to you, somebody's giving you the evil eye. You got some people in your energy that are just hyper focused on you. Now, there's some people that are watching you for different reasons, and we're going to see why. There's obviously somebody that you're aggravated with that's watching you. Maybe there's somebody you wish would stop watching you, because it seems like somebody is very persistent, especially this fire sign or this person with fire in their chart. Spirit guys, show me more about this situation. Seems like it's hard for you to get some sleep. Maybe it's this week. Maybe you might be catching up on some sleep. Because it seems Maybe you've been having a hard time getting to sleep. Yes, somebody can't stop thinking about you. We're going to go ahead and talk about this, okay? Because I think that somebody can't stop thinking about you, can't stop watching you. Who is this person? What is this about? Who is this that's watching Leo like this? You got demon. The mouth is wide open, like somebody is just saying something about you. So somebody could possibly be saying some negative things about you. You've got the devil with this demon card, and you also have somebody lighting candles on you. And something might be affecting your money. It seems like something is affecting your money, or somebody wants your money to be affected, and this is why somebody's lighting candles on you. Seems like maybe there's something that you want, like a financial goal that you have. It seems like something is just out of your grasp. Like you feel like you're so close to achieving something that it just seems like you hit some sort of a wall, some sort of a challenge. And I was mentioning to you before, some of you've been receiving like you're dealing with like a run of bad luck. And it's because of this witch over here that's trying to stop something that you're doing. That's not everybody's story, but that's somebody's confirmation. And then it seems like somebody has something. The individual who purloined it is known. This is beyond a doubt. He has seen to take it. It is known also that it remains in his possession. Somebody has taken something. Somebody still has something of yours, Leo, that you know beyond the shadow of a doubt somebody took, and they still have it. That's what spirit guides are saying. Somebody has something of yours, a possession of yours. Maybe somebody took something of yours. Maybe it's a financial situation. Maybe somebody didn't pay you back. Come on with it. Somebody is watching. Okay, since we're talking about people that are watching you and such, or somebody is seeing something, that coming across something that you're doing, who are we talking about? It's a fire sign. We already established that for some of you. Okay. King of Pentacles, we talked about that. There's someone that you're having a hard time forgiving, or maybe it's just kind of difficult for you to forgive this person, especially since we're talking about the demon card. Maybe there's somebody that said something to you in a fit of rage. Maybe they were angry. This could be you harboring resentment. So since we're talking about magic being done, maybe it seems like maybe you're into some things, some of you Leos. Maybe this is some sort of like revenge, like some get back that you're getting because of something that somebody has done to you. Maybe it's because of something that someone has said. And like I said, it's hard for you to forgive someone. Maybe they said something when they were drunk, when they were under the influence. And it seems like maybe this is why somebody can't stop thinking about you. It seems like somebody wants to come back for forgiveness. And it seems like there's a fire sign or somebody with heavy fire in their chart. They want to come to you. They're making a decision about this, but they don't know what to say to maybe convince you that they're coming to you from a different type of energy. So in the meantime, it seems like maybe you've been spending some time away from this person because they've been playing games. Somebody might be letting off this facade, Leo or cross-watcher, like you don't mean much to them. That they're not really affected by the way that things have been. In fact, they're like, you know what, you can't come where I'm going. Or maybe literally, maybe there are some places that maybe you wanted to go with this person, and maybe they flat out refused. Whatever the case is, somebody has had a change of heart. So chances are maybe this person has a picture of you, maybe. Because it seems like somebody can't like stop watching you or stop looking your way. So I don't know. Especially if maybe there's something that you're doing online. Maybe you have an online presence. This could definitely be somebody at work that could be watching you, giving you a certain expression type of thing. But yep, definitely picking up obsessive energy. So for some of you, this is somebody that you walked away from, and somebody is like, you know what, I wish you would come back. Or you do post something online, maybe you've been away for a minute, and maybe somebody was like, hey, I was watching you. I was really into something you were posting. I wish you would come back with some more. Okay, because it seems like whatever this is, like you keep people on the edge of their seat. Some people here are definitely interested in what it is that you're saying, what it is that you're posting, what is it that you're doing exactly, Leo? I'm just curious. What is it that has people, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. I think it might be different for everybody about why this is. But I definitely feel like for a lot of you, this is an ex that's coming in with some communication. Mm-hmm. That's why they're mad. You got a lot of influence. You got a lot of power. Or this could be another Leo looking at you this way. So this could be a Leo doing this to another Leo. Somebody doesn't like the influence, the power that you have. So this is why someone has maybe tried to hold you back, especially when it comes to your money. Because let's talk about it, Leo. A cross watcher, somebody, that's what somebody has their eye on. Your money. And so it seems like it's spilling over to some other things. Now this is maybe somebody spending frivolously, possibly on alcohol, drugs. Maybe this is what you're taking an issue with concerning someone. Is their alcohol consumption. Maybe you feel like somebody becomes someone different, vastly different after they've had some alcohol or other substances in their system. So yeah, Spirit guides are saying this is precisely what somebody is looking for, forgiveness. Especially if somebody said something when they were angry or whatever. This is somebody that can't stop thinking about the circumstances. And maybe you cut them off. And maybe this cutoff has been very brash, very brisk, very quick. And so somebody can't help but to maybe watch you from the sidelines. What's going on with Leos? There's somebody watching you at work? Yes. Somebody feels like you're silent. You're giving them the silent treatment, or this is them watching you, but not saying a word. Being a complete weirdo. You might be weirded out by this energy. But yeah, there's somebody that's watching you, reminiscing about things. Then you also have somebody who's watching you under this fake profile. Somebody is sad that you cut them off. Leo, some of you, it's a family member. For others of you, this is somebody that's watching you, that adores you, as I mentioned to you. Somebody's watching you with a lot of adoration. So not all of this is hate watching. Some people admire what it is that you do. So people are watching you for a variety of reasons. It does feel like somebody feels frustrated with the way that things have been lately. Or this is you possibly being frustrated with your love life. Let's talk about it. Something's going on with your job. Because it seems like you're just ready to get off the hamster wheel when it comes to work. What goes on with work? Okay, maybe you know that somebody at work is watching you. Maybe there's some things that you've observed. Maybe you're not a part of the drama, but you could definitely. Didn't I start off the reading saying maybe you feel watched, you feel judged, and not all of this has to be happening with you directly. You could definitely. The message keeps coming up, yeah, because if it's something that keeps happening and it's something that's persistent in the reading, it's going to keep coming up. The spirit guides are going to bring it out. Whatever is hidden in your situation is a possible blind spot, or like I said, is a persistent issue. It's going to keep, so this person, I feel, is very persistent. That's in your energy. work we're talking about. There's something that you know. Seems like you have an enemy at work. Maybe that's what this tower situation is about. It seems like maybe there's somebody at work that you recognize as an opponent, as an enemy, and maybe you just can't stand it. I was mentioning to you, there's somebody that you know, you have full knowledge that somebody is watching something that you're doing, and you know that somebody doesn't have good intentions. But I mentioned to you that there's some sort of revenge or payback. So it definitely feels like somebody is throwing that energy. What's going on with work? Maybe there's somebody at work that you do fantasize about. There could be somebody at work that you could be attracted to. Spirit guides, what is going on at work for Leos? I did mention to some of you that's where the roller coaster is that work. Maybe some of you thoroughly enjoy what it is that you do. So maybe there's an adrenaline rush going in with work. But it definitely feels like somebody at work is posing a huge challenge for you. Some of you, this is you're working maybe a female dominated work industry. Seems like who's watching you is somebody that's watching you with envy. And it seems like you might be recognizing who this is, Leo, and you're keeping your distance from this particular individual. Or as I mentioned to you, it may not be happening with you at all. You could possibly be the observer of something that is happening at work. Spirit guides, what is happening at work? Some of you are in a long distance relationship, by the way. Or you work maybe from home. Maybe you don't work around people. Seems like you might have some troublemakers at work. Some gossip going on here. So this is what this whole thing is about, this eyeball situation. And maybe that's what this demon card represents. I mentioned to you briefly that there could be something to do with gossip. Maybe this has something to do with this King of Pentacles towards Virgo or Capricorn. Or this could be you. You could possibly be on the Leo Virgo cusp. You could be working around some very childish, competitive people. It just seems like your heart is really dedicated to what it is that you do. Maybe you were blindsided about something. Some of you could be leaving work possibly to go toward a new opportunity. Some of you, you're getting back to work. Spirit guides, what's going on? Splitting apart. Maybe some of you could possibly be leaving the company. Maybe. Maybe you're making a decision about that this week. Because maybe you are kind of holding it together. Maybe it's difficult for you to walk through those doors at work. Maybe some of you feel like you're not getting paid exactly what it is that you're worth. Possibly you might want to take a risk to do something else. But it seems like maybe something about this job causes you to feel secure. So maybe you're holding on to the job security. The job security is maybe one of the biggest things for you that keeps you there. But yes, it seems like you got a fork in the road and you're having to make a decision. Seems like some of you, Leos, not all of you, but some of you, maybe you feel like a target at work. You feel targeted by someone, somebody's gossip, or maybe you're being mistreated by a boss. I mentioned to you, it could even be your coworkers, but it feels like there's somebody that's a higher up, higher ranking at your job that could possibly be an issue this week. And maybe you're kind of worried about it. Maybe it's just you're preoccupied by some things this week. I think you are worried about your financial situation, and I think you are trying to hold on. But it definitely feels like you have a wall up when it comes to certain people at work. Maybe you feel like you're not sure who to trust. Yeah. It seems like you might be trying to hold on, but it also feels like somebody this week, like I said, is going to try you, possibly push the boundary with you. It seems like somebody does not want you to have the type of success that you have, that you could possibly have, or they're trying to, like somebody doesn't want you to be great, Leo. Because it seems like you could possibly be in line for an increase. I mentioned to you, some of you, maybe you work on social media. And so these eyeballs could definitely be increase in followers. But I think that something about you, someone is intimidated about. They're intimidated by this. And I think you've been enduring this for a minute. I think some of you Leos, you've been very patient at the job. You are trying to develop a bigger following, it looks like. Or that's just kind of what's happening around this time. So what's going on with work? I think some of you could be thinking about walking off of the job. I think you would if you could. It seems like you're tempted to maybe look for something else. So you could possibly be looking for a new place to live if it's not your job. But yeah, I think something might change this week. So maybe, things have been going. It seems like somebody wants to keep you still, but I think that you might be staying still at work. Maybe you're tempted to leave. Maybe there's somebody that's trying to push you out of your job. It seems like your fire, your zest for this job might be coming back this week. And so I see you get into work. Some of you are psychics and you have psychic abilities. And I think that there are people that see what's going on. Maybe you feel like people are just bystanders in the situation. They see, they're watching, but you might feel that maybe there's some people around you kind of do nothing about it. But I think the way that you handle money this week, Leo or Cross Watcher, is everything. Because it seems like you're coming out of a period of time where you are just kind of holding it together and you're not sure what's happening from one moment to the next. Maybe there are some things that you wanted to do financially, but maybe you had to kind of keep still. Maybe you haven't been able to do the things that you wanted to do, but I definitely feel like there's going to be a restoration to some things that have been taken from you wrongfully and stolen from you, whether it's by means of magic, through gossip, if it's opportunities, whatever have you. It seems like something is being restored and something has had you pissed off for a moment. And it's this particular enemy. There's somebody that does not like you, nor do you like them. But I definitely feel like you see what time it is. And I feel like you still have the ability to overcome whatever this is. Spirit guys, show me what else might be happening this week for the zodiac sign of Leo. Is there anything else that's relevant for Leos for this week? Yeah. We talked about that briefly at the beginning. It seems like there's something going on with your living situation. Maybe you're having tension with a roommate, somebody you live with. Maybe you feel like somebody is going through your possessions. Let's roll it back for a minute. In case some of you, maybe you came in on the reading late. Or let's just jog your memory. I was saying somebody has something, a possession of yours that belongs to you. You know somebody has it. You know they took it and they still have it. So maybe it has something to do, like I said, with your living situation. Maybe there's somebody that could be very reckless with your things, your possessions, or whatever this is. Maybe this is where there's tension. You're going at it with someone. Yes, you're like, why? What is this person's problem? Maybe this is you trying to figure something out. But this is just you and life this week. It seems like something this week or things lately have been just kind of difficult. And you're like, why? I don't understand. What is the rhyme or reason for all of this? Your guides are saying surrender. There's an ebb and flow to things in your life. Some of you, this feels like you're moving. And that's what this new chapter is that you're starting in your life right about now. Seems like you could possibly be getting away from a situation that has not been healthy for you. And maybe when it comes to your living situation, you feel like it's time for a new beginning. It's time to start fresh. It seems like maybe you're a little bit nervous about that, but I think that some of you could be moving pretty soon. And maybe this might be something that you're afraid of. You feel like maybe moving is a bit risky, but actually it might be something that brings you happiness. Seems like you might be happy with the outcome of something that happens. What's going on with your living situation, Spirit guides? What's going on with Leos? Have a loved one that passed? So you could be taking a flight, possibly. You could possibly be picking someone up at the airport. Somebody could possibly, random side note, could be asking you out for dinner. And maybe you're hungrier than usual this week. Maybe your hunger kind of picks up. Seems like maybe you might be having an issue with an animal. Or maybe you're trying to move into a new place and maybe an animal is an issue. Spirit guys, show me what's going on with the Leos. Their living situation this week. Oh, I was telling you about your finances, and come on, let's talk about it. I was telling you somebody's doing magic on you, but as I mentioned to you, I think you know how to defend yourself. Or put up spiritual defenses. If anything, it comes right back out. I mentioned to you, some of you, your enemy is another fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Come on with it. Trying to tell you, something's going on as it pertains to magic, contracts. Random side note, there could be some flooding on the ground floor of maybe an apartment, or what's going on? You got family coming back. It's gonna be family coming back to maybe move in, maybe split the bills with you, Leo. Because it seems like somebody might be going through some sort of financial challenge. Maybe you're a bit panicked about some bills that are coming up. Some of you, it seems like somebody does not feel safe in their living situation. Yes, spirit guides are saying that's exactly the case. Somebody could possibly be fleeing a situation where maybe they feel danger exists. Somebody's name could possibly be Freddie, Jason, or Michael. It's like I never remember. Is Michael Myers? Maybe somebody has like a double M name. Michael Myers. Maybe somebody has like M, double M's in their name. But anyway, some of you could possibly be living. Somebody trying to trap somebody from leaving, because this looks like somebody wants to leave, but somebody is trapping someone from leaving. Like an earth sign is maybe trying to keep somebody from leaving. Somebody might need your help. Leo, I think somebody could possibly be in danger. Somebody possibly could be. Okay. So this is not like someone's in physical danger. I think somebody is worried, like I mentioned to you before, about their financial situation. There could be somebody lending you money. This could be someone that I'm hearing Taurus and Capricorn. This is Leo. There could be a Taurus or Capricorn that could possibly be lending you money. This could be somebody in need of your help. Maybe this is financial help. You could possibly be the one lending this money. Okay, because we're talking about that. It seems like money is relevant in some sort of way. Sometimes people are trapped in a living situation. Okay. Hey, Judy, the boss lady. Okay, so yeah, maybe this is a friend coming to you to talk to you. This could be a friend that might need a shoulder to cry on. So you could definitely be helpful to someone in some sort of way. But when it comes to your money, when you're making some financial decisions, you might be tempted to overspend this week, Leo. But it seems like your money might be a little bit, like we said, you might have a financial setback, or maybe you have lately. You might have more going to your bills than you have coming in this week. And if this is you, you've been attempting to increase your financial situation, you feel that it's not been successful. I think for some of you, it's due to a job loss. And I think that this is a job that definitely comes in. There might be something about your change, your financial situation, your spending situation that you might be changing. But I think whatever it is that you need, I think that the basics are going to be covered, especially when it comes to the roof over your head. So you might be taking some financial risk. Maybe you're wanting to invest in real estate or whatever. Something such as this, or some sort of project that you're working on. But I think money may have come to, we talked about that. This card just said keeping still. So maybe money might have come to like a halt is what I'm trying to say. And like I was telling you, some of you, it's because somebody has their eye on your money. But like I said, not all of that is the case. Some of you are business owners and maybe you're becoming more energetic about promoting a business. But I think if anything, maybe this is what this represents. Your financial situation might be on a roller coaster. You might have some ups and you might have some downs. Lately, it feels like maybe things have been on a downward spiral, but what goes up must come down, right? We talked about that, the ebb and flow of things. So this might be spirit guides giving you some encouragement. If things have been at a low point lately, it seems like things have a way of working themselves out. I was mentioning to you that somebody might be coming to you to have a conversation with you. You could be very helpful to someone. It seems that somebody is maybe looking for some empathy from you, a boost from you, and maybe it's your communication skills that might be put to the test this week. Or maybe this is precisely why someone is coming to you for help, because of your ability to communicate. It seems like communication is absolutely important this week. It seems like it has the ability to strengthen some relationships. Or this could be you possibly providing a broader perspective of things to someone. Maybe somebody hasn't thought about the way that you, the things that you suggest or bring up, or the way to look at things. I mentioned to you earlier that maybe somebody has passed. You might be getting a visit from a passed on loved one. Someone from the other side might come in to give you a visit. Somebody might be smoking a lot of weed. Random side note. And you might be having an issue with your landlord. We talked about that briefly. Or you might have to do some follow-up. You might be getting in touch with your landlord. What's going on? This landlord situation. Okay. That might be where your financial situation gets a boost. It might be through some bonuses. But as I mentioned to you, this might be some opportunities. I think that there's a spell that was put out there, Leo, and it definitely feels like it's being broken. Or this is what you're doing. You're breaking this. You're breaking some sort of spell work that somebody is doing. Because as I mentioned to you, somebody's trying to affect your money. So if you have possibly been working to break this, sounds like you made some progress with this. Spirit guides, anything else that you have for the Leo Nation for the next 7 days? Anything else that needs to be seen or spoken about? A wonderful surprise is coming to you. Someone entirely new awaits you. So there could be a surprise coming in for you. It could be in the form of a new person. This could be at work. This could be someone handing you a new opportunity. Or this could be in your love life. Spirit guides, anything else that's coming in for the Leo Nation for the next 7 days? You are caught up in drama. Act to free yourself, change, and blossom again. We talked about that. Like I said, either you are in the thick of this drama or you're the observer of this drama. But somebody is bringing the drama. Somebody is just, like, it just seems like somebody can't seem to control their temper. But yeah, there might be some drama that plays out this week, Leo. Advice, Holy Spirit, for the Leo Nation for the next 7 days. What flew out? It seems like butterflies could be relevant in your situation as well. Maybe there's something going on in your stomach, your solar plexus. We are born connected to spirit, often known as the divine source. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life and the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source. Maybe this is part of the reason why certain things have been happening, so that you'll stay connected. Some of you, it feels like somebody, I mentioned to you several times at this point that someone has passed away. It seems like I mentioned to you that you're having a connection with this person that passed. Maybe they want you to stay connected, and this is their way of letting you know that they're still around you. They're still very protective of you. Maybe that's what this candle is. Maybe this is you lighting a candle. Maybe you have an ancestor altar, possibly. So you could possibly be doing something in memory of someone that passed. Yeah. It definitely feels that your loved ones from the other side see you. And they definitely see some things that are playing out in the background with somebody that's very obsessive energy. Maybe this is you thinking, right? This card says, I can't stop thinking about you. Maybe this is the time period that somebody passed on, or it's approaching. Either way, it feels like you're healing from the past. And some things that have happened in your past, it feels like you're getting a lot more clarity about these things. It seems like rather than it being something that's hurtful and I guess something that maybe broke you, it feels like now you're able to draw strength from this. Or you're now able to realize how strong you are based on some past experiences that you've gone through. But yeah, you got some people coming in that want to mend a situation with you, especially after drama has ensued. Or, that's interesting, ensued. Are you suing someone? Yes. With that, Leo, this concludes your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. Hey, cutie, the boss lady, you said I just lit a candle for my older brother who passed on 4/20. God bless you and your brother. Thank you, Leo Nation, for deciding to tune in. Have a blessed, beautiful, and productive week. I'll see y'all in the next one. Next zodiac sign will be Sagittarius. You can, what I'm trying to say, Sagittarius, it will be following this particular live stream. Follow me there. I'm out. Peace. See you on the next one.